Good afternoon, everybody. I got Miss Mary here with. Good afternoon, Miss Mary.
I I'm outside. Is it too
I
noisy?
see.
I
That's awesome.
got my
Uh,
phone.
I thought I was live a minute ago when I was saying Happy 3rd of July to everybody, and it says push go live, and I'm like, I just played the intro, and I'm not live.
That's funny.
You know me.
I can have a cigarette now.
I can mess up things, and I can mess up a wet dream and not even be involved in it. Okay.
Anybody out there? Yep.
I don't see nobody yet. I sent the link to some ladies, but I also told them if they don't want to come up on the live stream that they can hold it for after the live stream, um, and I'll chat with them a few minutes because I'm going to be kind of like you tomorrow. I was debating. I may try to do. I may. I'm not going to say that I will, but I may try to do. Uh, a stream from where I set off the fireworks tomorrow. But other than that, I won't be able to talk on there or see who's in chat because I'll be too busy doing the fireworks because it's just me. So,
Right. Yeah. I
but
don't know. I'm seriously thinking about turning off my thing tomorrow. Everything tomorrow. You know.
well, I was thinking that too. I still haven't had a chance to watch the videos you sent me. You sent me some videos, and some other people sent
Yeah.
me some videos. But it's
That
it's
one. That one my nephew sent me is like way deep into information and so on and so forth. And I've come across a lot of that information before, but not all of it. And then he talks about what's happening. And supposedly they're turning it on today. And then they're doubling up tomorrow and they're doubling up again on the 5th.
right,
It
right,
kind of creeps me out. I don't know how to think of that.
yeah, yeah. Some people may know what we're engaging in conversation here, but some people may not. Um,
Right.
so, and on here we have to be careful of certain things
No,
that
that's
we
why I
say
didn't really say anything specific.
because it might trigger something or someone. Heaven forbid it to trigger anyone,
Right.
um, because their feelings get butt hurt so easy. But I was
Yeah.
saying before I went live, when I thought I was live, I wish everybody a happy and safe 4th of July, and just please be careful with the little ones with those so they don't catch themselves on fire.
Oh, the light must have changed.
Racing
Jeez.
through the
My
light,
neighbor was telling me he got a job at Dollar Tree down the street, right? And was telling me that people keep coming in, especially foreigners, and they like buy $12 and something worth of stuff, and then they try to just give him $10. And he said that he went in to clean the bathroom at the end of his shift, and he said it was horrible. The bathroom was full of like those Lunchables, all empty. Somebody had just gone in there and pigged out. And then they're told not to confront anybody if they're stealing something. And he walked in the back, and there was some guy eating a package of meat out of the refrigerator compartment and whatever. And I'm like, jeez, just crazy. And he comes in, he's like, I can't believe it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they've said the same thing to the employees for the Dollar Tree, a Dollar General store, and
Yeah.
others around the country. Um, if some people come in and steal stuff, don't try to confront them. That's why they have surveillance cameras up. But 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do nothing.
Isn't that
Um,
something?
well, they just write it off as a tax write off anyway, so they're going to get their money back either way.
Yeah, they closed the one down by the shelter. All
Before.
all of our food pantries in the city have closed. All of our food kitchens have closed. all these things are closing down to help people. It's getting worrisome, and they still steal my food buys.
That's
It's like,
crazy.
really?
That's so
Yeah,
crazy.
but I can't believe they're closing because nobody is being able to donate. So there's nothing to feed anybody. And that's getting scary out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello to the other
This is,
person out there that's not in the chat room, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. But I was fixing to text Miss Michelle and let her know that I sent her a link if she wanted to join us up here on a private chat, or I mean on the live stream. Hey John, how you doing, my brother? I hope you're having a wonderful day in the UK, or actually it's the wee hours of the morning. Yeah. No, it's late night. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 10 or 11 o'clock your time. He said hi to you, Mary. Fish and Frustrated from the UK.
Oh yeah, cool. I haven't much seen anybody. I've been watching Boots on the Ground, and he's got a lot of good information. What is it, Southern Prepper One? So I've been paying attention.
John said it's 10:10 p.m. over there right now.
Oh, that's my birthday, 10/10.
I hope you're doing well, my brother.
Yeah, how is it over there? Curious how it is everywhere, because I'm seeing things, even though.
Yeah, he doesn't really talk a lot about what's going over there in his country. He just kind of does his own thing, you know. He does these.
Well, they're saying up here in the New England area that we're doing better than the rest of the country. So seeing what I see is a little worrisome about what's happening in the rest of the country. I wonder, does it seems fairly okay, except for all the help. Oh, and I just saw a thing today, a video about, it was a news thing about Tennessee. They said they were going to make camping in Tennessee a felony if they're not in a campground. So if you're even just pulled over sleeping in your car, you can get in trouble for a felony.
No. It's it has to do with the homeless situation.
Right. So they're making the homeless list a felony.
Yes. Which is really stupid. It's a felony if say like if you're in town on a business site and you're sleeping there, that's what they're like up around the courthouse and things like that, or in the parks.
Well, he was actually he got in depth into it, and he was actually saying that they've added this list of like, you're not supposed to set anything up like a tent or anything, but you're not supposed to be on any street or sleeping in your car on any street that's not like any public city or state land in Tennessee, they said.
Right. Yeah.
And I thought, well, geez, then what are the homeless people going to do?
With a place to go.
Yeah, what are you going to do if you're homeless then?
I mean, this godforsaken rent around here that they're putting out, you can't get nothing for $300 or $400 anymore a month. You have to pay $1,000 more a month for rent, even in a small one bedroom. A little efficiency apartment, which is real tiny, at the old motel over here up the way, just a little ways. It costs you almost $1,200 to rent that thing, and that's a month. People don't have that kind of money. They're homeless for a reason. They're homeless because the tyrants have continued to keep raking us over the coals. and buying up everything. I saw that. Hi, Tony.
My neighbor.
Linda, Christian Frustrated said hi to you, dear.
I just turned it around. I go, peek.
You're a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, yesterday I got some stuff done. I got a case of the herbs done, and this is dry canning, so my arms and hands are tired from all of that. I got about 3 cases of stuff done yesterday.
Did you ever get to your meat?
No, not yet.
I knew it. Yeah, meat takes longer.
Yeah, Miss Phyllis said that she wanted me to show her how to do that.
Nice.
But I had to do that in a private chat because I don't do all that on live stream. So
I miss my pressure canner. The several that I bought in different states.
I'm doing good, just tired. I didn't get up until 11 o'clock today, y'all. I don't never sleep that late, but I slept that late because I was just exhausted yesterday from all that. And my hands from working that pump, oh my gosh, I was wore out. I was just totally like wore out. Huh.
Time to ditch the shoes.
Yeah, I was glad to get some sleep too, Tony. And I had to force myself to get up. I'm like, no, you have to get up. You can't stay in bed and keep sleeping. The whole day's gonna be gone and you ain't got nothing accomplished. Which I ain't got nothing accomplished anyway. I got up and left. I got Sydney up and she's like, I want a sandwich. You know what, Mom? I gotta take you for a sandwich. She wanted to go get her a sub sandwich, so I took her to go get her a sub sandwich. Oh.
I like your background.
That's on the beach in South Carolina.
That was really good. I wrapped bacon around it and everything.
I gave my thoughts on the sand.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that.
That's the gentleman that gave you the thing to cook.
Yep.
The piece of meat to
Yep.
cook.
The steak.
Nice of him.
Well, he's got a tooth that needs pulling, but it got all infected and stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, I know how that is.
Having a rough time.
Not that bad.
Yeah, it looks a lot better.
I always look good. I do
Well,
golf ball in my mouth.
Secret one. It's not my fire up.
Yo, I got a funny text message a little while ago. I don't know. I'm fixing to message her now. Because she may be sleeping, Miss Tony. So I was trying to do that before I actually went live, but I ended up going live before I got to text message her and tell her. So, and I got your email, Tony, or your email. That was very nice of you to say that. Thank you. And,
yeah, I never got your card.
Yeah, Phyllis still hasn't got hers either, so don't feel bad. She said it's probably laying in a ditch in the dirt somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere wherever that accident was. No kidding.
That was the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So
yeah, crazy.
Yep. It could have been in that, or it could have been in something. It could be, mail carriers sometimes nowadays. they don't even carry the mail. They'll go and sit and sort through it. And if they feel cards and stuff, they'll open them up and see if there's a check that they can whitewash or a bank card or cash or whatever. And then they'll just dump the rest of it.
Well, they should leave my mail alone. Nobody sends me anything. No cash. Okay.
But there's a lot of that going on. I mean, from the mail carriers, UPS, FedEx, what is that, DHL, and all these other places that
Yeah.
deliver stuff, you know?
Yeah, I think my days of Amazon ordering anything is probably over. I'll just go down the road and drag it home.
Yeah, yeah.
They might run out of gas on the way here or something. I
I've-
see
I've
all the
seen-
gas stations closed.
A couple of years ago, I seen them personally over here. It was a FedEx truck, and then they had a U-Haul truck and a car in the parking lot. And the guy that was driving the FedEx truck, he's pulling these packages out. The guy in the U-Haul is opening the packages, and they're putting some of the open stuff in the car, and then taking the boxes and putting them in the U-Haul truck and hauling them off somewhere else and dumping them.
Wow.
And
Or stashing them and selling stuff.
And
Huh.
I called the law, but by the time the law got here, which is, they're only just a couple minutes down the street, but by the time they got here to the church, everybody was all gone.
Wow.
I was like,
Well, I
really?
see ambulances are taking an hour and a half in some cities to get to people. So yeah, I can imagine. Ew. We had like 9 cop cars go by like so fast the other night, just flying. I jumped right up into bed because it scared me. It was about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and they were all flying up to Motel 6. And the next thing I know, a few of them were going the other way, just flying. I mean, speeding big time with their
Right.
sirens and lights and all. I was trying to go to sleep, and I was like, I jumped right off the bed.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to text Michelle.
Oh, that's okay.
And I was messaging Phyllis because I sent them the link as well. So I told them I would try to do a little live stream today. And if people, if I don't know who's still doing the weigh-ins, and I don't know if anybody is still doing the weight loss thing anymore. A couple of
I'm
people
doing the
are.
weight gain thing.
The weight gain. You keep making all the weight bread, yeah. You need to
Right.
quit. But some of them are. There's a couple of them that are still doing it, and I told them, we're still here for support and stuff like that, and rooting for them to reach their goal. And of course, it's the 3rd of July, so I don't suspect too many people in my chat room. So
Right. And it's probably, yeah, holiday. Everybody's out having cookouts and stuff. I
yeah.
guess. There's another person I heard today. Oh, on that Boots on the Ground. I heard somebody ask, is anybody else having trouble getting seeds to sprout? And I thought that was interesting because I had a little bit of trouble with that. But like I said, I'm between that great big thing there and 50 meters over here on the other side of me. So
Yeah.
that probably doesn't help either.
No. Yeah, I planted carrot seeds. They didn't even come up.
Yeah,
Not-
I got my rainbow carrot seeds. Hey, I can take you over to my little garden box out here and show you. I know I'm outside. I'll just leave my chair here. but I had to go by all the traffic.
You can't do nothing about traffic if you live by a road.
No, I can't. They'll probably wonder what I'm doing. They'll go peek around the other side of the building. These people here are so nuts. Oh, here comes one walking. But there, the first one is mine. The next two are weeds because they're Avestas. But look, I got little flowers coming on my tomatoes, and some of the carrot ones are coming up. The rainbow carrots. See, they're coming up.
You know, that's nice that they have a little place out there where y'all could plant stuff to grow.
And my chocolate mint, which smells so good.
Oh, good.
And the zucchini ones, and my collard greens, but I'm a Yankee, so I don't have a lot of time. And I got spinach going on, celery from my celery butts, and more celery over here.
That's nice, Miss
But
Mary. That's good that
it's
they
a little bit.
provide y'all with something like that.
Avesta that owns the building, they kept 2 boxes, and they're still waiting for them to deliver dirt, but they never did, like 2.5 months ago. So their 2 boxes are full of weeds, but they're really good looking weeds.
Yeah, Miss Tony said, yeah, it is nice that y'all have an area to plant some things. It sure
Well,
is.
last year it was such a hassle with the one guy, and he's got a box this year, but he's being good, sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of. They're so hard targeting June. June and I got in the elevator last night with a meth head that lives in the building, and that kind of freaked me out. And it was so obvious.
Oh, goodness, girl.
That bothers me, to be in a secured building and locked in with these people, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to
But-
predict what they'll do. That's for sure on that stuff.
I know. It was like
No.
1:00 in the morning. She'd been up for 2 days and she was doing laundry, and we're not supposed to do anything after 10 p.m. because that's quiet time, because it's an old people building.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, some of them don't follow the rules.
No. I just saw a place in northern Maine for $45,500, off-grid place all set up with a 1-room building in it and everything. I'm like, oh darn. If I had the money, I'd just disappear up there.
Yeah, John, thank you for stopping in and saying hello, brother. I wasn't going to stay on here too super long today, just depending on how many people joined in the chat room and stuff. You know, I just want to wish everybody a happy and safe 4th of July. And please, please, please be careful with the little tykes out there running around with the sparklers and stuff like that. You know,
And the drivers.
watch some of these kids out here with those Roman candlesticks, and they're holding them and they're shooting them towards each other.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
seen
you
that
know,
before.
need to quit. Don't do that. You could catch fire. You could damage people's cars. You could set the apartment complexes on fire and stuff. Y'all don't, bottle rockets. They'll do that with bottle rockets and stuff. It's crazy. And not a parent nowhere in sight. You know.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I've seen that once, and that scared me, seeing that. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'd be careful out there driving too, for anybody that can drive. If I could afford a car, I probably wouldn't drive anywhere today.
Yeah, people have gone off the deep end on the driving situation. I'd stopped back by the fireworks stand and picked up a couple more items, and this one guy spent over $1,000 on fireworks stuff this year. I'm like, oh my goodness. And
What's
he
gonna
probably
eat
only
them?
walked out with 12 or 13 boxes of stuff. He didn't, the stuff is just so expensive.
No
I'm like,
kidding.
I'm standing there, I'm looking at what all he bought, and than how much they told him the bill was. And I'm like, holy smokes, he didn't really get nothing.
No kidding, $1,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
He wasn't the only one. There were several of them, and they were spending anywhere from $500 to $1,000 on stuff. And when you really look at it, that's money you could use for other things, you know.
No, that's what my first thought was. Stocking up. Sure. They have fireworks that you can go see here down over the ocean. You can go up on Munjoy Hill or down on the Eastern Promenade Beach and watch them. But I don't think I want to go down there, period.
Tony, I don't know what the guy was doing with that kind of money, but yeah, there was other people in there spending money as well, you know. I'm not going to even, the little bit of stuff that I bought, it than what it would have been normally used, you know, a few years back. It's just insane. But I was listening and just looking and watching, and some of these bills were anywhere from $500-$600 to over $1,000 worth of stuff. And I'm like, but they didn't really get anything. You know, they have some big cases of fireworks stuff for like $399.99. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I remember when those used to be like $199.99. You know, but now they're going up to $399. And
I don't even have sparklers.
No. And I mean, they're pretty to look at. I mean, they're having a big shindig here tonight for the 4th of July, and they got a free band and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go down there and get caught up in all that traffic. You have to take the trolley over to the park, and you have to leave your car parked somewhere else. Hello, Harold. Thank you for popping in. You know, and then you had to take the trolley back or the city bus, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to spend 2 or 3 hours in traffic trying to get my butt back home after that. That's just crazy.
And then if you have to go to the bathroom, you're stuck out there.
Yeah, well, no, they have public bathrooms out there at the park where they're going to be holding it at, because it's down by the marina and stuff. So a lot of them will be out there in the water on their yachts and all their big boats and all that stuff out there. I'm like,
they best have public porta potties here, because they're having all the food trucks go down there for the
here's Miss I see you. I see you, Michelle.
I don't see you.
I sent you a link if you want to join us up on the panel, but if not, it's all good. I was going to say something and lost my train of thought. Oh, my neighbor text messaged me, and he tried to act like his mom. It was one of the kids. Cindy had told him that we got fireworks for 4th of July. And so he goes home and he messages and says, hey, Miss Kim, I hear you got some fireworks. Just wanted to know if we could come watch. And I'm like, I can't stop you from coming watching. You know, I'm going to be out here in my designated area where I set my stuff up at. I designate myself, you know. I can't, you know, if you want to pull you a chair up and watch, you're more than welcome. That's what I told my neighbor up across the hall. And
it
I
cost
said,
you $5, but no.
Well, I told my neighbor across the hall, I said, what are you doing for the 4th of July? And she's like, nothing. I ain't been invited nowhere. I said, well, enjoy the fireworks display that I'm setting up this year. She's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, you got the perfect apartment. You're on the 2nd floor. You can sit right there and watch it. And she's like, yep, and I'm going to drink my wine too. She's like, and you need to loosen up. ICU is saying hi to you, Mary.
Hi. I'm outside. Nobody's go back. They all went in, yay, for the first time.
I haven't seen Miss Phyllis pop in. She messaged me earlier. She sent me a long little message earlier. We're just sitting here chilling.
It's actually hot up here today.
Oh,
Must be like 80 or something.
it's 90 something here.
Wow. I just wet this thing and go outside, get some fresh air. Keeps me cool.
Oh, okay, Michelle. All right. Was you able to get it straightened out, sweetie? You know I love you.
Oh,
It's only 77 there. You're in Florida. Jeez. I wish I could say that here. We've been having pop-up showers here.
we need rain up here.
It says right here that it's 87 here, but it feels like 94. It feels like hotter than 94 out there. It's really hot.
82 here, but feels like 82. But it's going down to 58 tonight.
Honey, we won't see them temperatures. Next Thursday we'll be 100. The next few days we're going to be in the hundreds, so which is extremely hot.
It's nice being in the 50s and 60s at night. June and I come out and hide in the back of the parking lot and put our lawn chairs up and bring out a cup of tea or whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, they pick on her and make fun and threaten her if she goes in the building and around the building. They wait for her in there. They won't do it right in front of me because I'll stand up to them, and they don't know what to do, how to deal with me.
Right.
It sucks.
Well, you ladies that I sent the link and stuff to, if I don't see you up here on the live stream, after I end the live stream, I will be back here for a few more minutes. So if y'all want to talk to me, then you're more than welcome. Mr. Cope. Well, good evening there, Jim. I hope you and your family have a wonderful and happy 4th of July. Michelle said it's 108 there.
Wow.
It's extremely hot. It's crazy hot.
No kidding.
Yes.
I take this overshirt thing here. It's like mesh, and I wet it all up, and then I put it on, and it keeps me cool.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I used to do down south a lot because it was hot. But then I didn't really feel as hot as everybody else.
Right. Well, that's a good idea. I wouldn't have thought of doing that.
Yeah, I think I've jumped in every fountain in the state of Texas. And I think I jumped in every fountain that I could find in Alabama. So
I was reading what
I
was reading what Tony put in the chat room. She said she's not looking too swift to come up on a live stream. So I was kind of laughing about that. Ain't none of us looking too swift, but we are what we are. That's just what you get.
Just put my hair in a ponytail, which now that I can finally get it in a ponytail. I had to cut my hair real short because being homeless and not eating good, my hair suffered really bad. And so I had to cut it real short. Then I dyed it
Excuse
blue.
me, that will be enough. JW is not on here. You don't hear his birds, so stop with your nonsense. She's over here squawking at the mail, and he's eating. He's not paying her no attention. No, JW and his birds are not on here. Please stop. She don't care.
Says, I want to be on TV.
Well, that's usually because Sydney comes in here and grabs her when I go live, and she'll put her up there so you guys can see her. She's starting to fill out more. She's starting to get a little bit bigger. They're only like 8 weeks old when we buy them from the pet store. 8 to 10 weeks old, so they're still youngins. But they're big enough to break from Jim, what's the weather out there where you're at? I bet it's nice in Colorado. My little one wants me to bring her out there to a haunted hotel somewhere in Colorado. I'm like, I don't want to go to no haunted hotel. There's enough evil spirits around us every day. We don't need to go to no haunted motel or nothing like that.
Great, I'm surrounded by them here.
92. Oh, wow.
Packing up my
Are you
chair. I'm going to go
recovering
inside.
all of your surgeries and all that stuff there, Jim? I sure pray you are.
Coming inside.
Going for a walk with Miss Mary. She's walking up the stairs.
You can see out. They're actually opening that old Subway across the street to make a restaurant there. I wonder how it's going to do when they can't get any food. I can't believe they closed all the food pantries and all the soup kitchens. It's just,
Yeah, that's crazy. As far as I know, mostly all of them around here are still open.
well, when they found out here that, or everywhere, that they were giving out motel rooms to homeless people last year, the year before, a whole lot of people migrated to here. And so now what are they going to do? Because there's nothing to feed them, you know?
Yeah, I saw a video this woman put out. It was on the shorts on the YouTube channel. She come out to go get in her car, her truck, and there was somebody that was in the front seat of her vehicle, sleeping in her vehicle.
Oh my God.
And she's like, excuse me, unlock my car. Unlock my car. Get out of my vehicle. What are you doing in my vehicle? I'm like,
No kidding.
that's awful.
Oops.
But
Been working on
he did get out of the vehicle. Marge says it's 95 in Louisiana. Heat index 104. Oh my goodness, Marge. Woo.
Wow. We got 82, feels like 82.
Mm-mm.
Jeez. And they're
You're
whining here.
The Stanley Hotel. Haunted as hell. Yeah, I ain't taking her. I don't know if that's the one she was talking about, Jim, or not. She's back in her room on her phone playing right now. But she's seen something on YouTube about it because she follows these guys that travel the world and go to all these haunted places. And I'm like, yeah, no, you don't need to be watching that stuff. That's just inviting that stuff in. And we've already got enough drama the way it is out here in the real world. So let's keep all that out. You're actually keeping it cool in Florida at 77. The weather is crazy. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, Miss Malachi, how are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping in. That was unexpected. It must be next weekend you're going camping. But I thought that's where they did the film The Shining. I watched that movie, oh my gosh, a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honey,
It,
I'm home. That one.
yeah. Yeah. It was weird. It was really weird. So, well, there, see, I didn't put out a notice when I was going live. I just said I'm going to go live.
Hmm.
Sometimes it seems like out when I put out a notice when I'm going to go live, everybody else is going to go live at the same time. So I just spur of the moment figured I'd go live a little early today and stuff. Oh, this Friday you're going off camping. Okay. That's what I thought. I wasn't for sure.
Oh, that's right. It's not really Independence Day over there, huh?
Now, she was talking about that last week on the live stream, the Queen's Jubilee and stuff.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
coming up. Yeah.
I missed it.
You didn't miss it.
I missed what she was talking about. I must have been out having a cigarette or something. Or daydreaming, who knows?
I guess so. I guess so. Who
Yeah, I
knows?
talked to my mom and she said my sister, my mom's in her 90s, and my sister's only 6 years older than me, and she had the COVID or something, and she says her memory is really bad. My mom is worried about my sister, and my
Oh,
sister's daughter is the one who has that nephrotic syndrome with her kidney after getting all the boosters and junk there.
yeah.
She had to
Oh
do
my
it for
goodness.
work.
Malachi said that they celebrated the 12th of July. Yeah.
We had something called Juneteenth, and they celebrated that they had day off and everything. And I never even heard of Juneteenth. Guess
I
it was
know.
at 12 or 13. That was weird. Every time I turn around, we got a new holiday I don't know anything about.
I know it's something that they made up, as they go along. Here she comes. Here she comes.
And there it is.
There's
We hear you.
making her debut to everybody.
Like, hello.
Yeah. I know, Tony, y'all. I know I haven't heard of it either until here recently, the past couple of years, Juneteenth and all these other holidays and stuff they make up as they go along. And yep, Jim, you're right. It's a bunch of BS holidays.
Disconnected.
Oops.
So
Oh well, I give up.
tweet. Malachi said tweet, Sydney, to leave. She didn't come in, showed the bird, and went back to her room.
Well, I'm gonna get off of here because I'm kind of hard to hold my phone here, and I don't have my laptop going.
Okay. All right.
Just
Well, I'll
sitting
be here
here.
for a little bit after I end the live stream. So
Okay. All right. See you.
thank you, Mary.
I never did this on my phone. Oh, there it is. Bye.
Bye.
And it's
Juneteenth
slow.
was the last day slaves were freed. Oh, okay. Y'all, when I see myself in this StreamYard and I see that bookshelf over here, it looks like a big pile of mess over there. I forget these cameras, they show a lot more than on when you're on a computer than it does if you're on a phone or something. I don't know why it wasn't a holiday before. That's a good question, Tony. I think it's something that they just put in the bill over the past few years or something. I'm not for sure. Or maybe it's been there for a while and we just didn't know about it. I don't know. Now, if there's anybody out there in the chat room that does know about it and wants to come up here, you let me know. If I have your email, I'll send it to you, send you a link, you come up. No, because I remember them talking about it before the oldest one moved out. Because she used to say something about it, but I don't remember them making a real big stink about it. We should have a Miss Kim holiday. That's funny, Malachi. We should have a holiday for everybody's name. I have been seeing my area for the last 15 years. Oh, Miss ICU says it's been in her area for the last 15 years. So, and I ain't been out drinking and clubbing and stuff like that in years and years. So, Juneteenth has been a holiday for the African community since I was in high school. That's a long time ago. Right. Y'all excuse me just a minute. Let me talk to this young man for a second. I'm doing a live stream right now. Yeah, I texted your mom and told her that I was going to be doing a live.
I can come over an hour ago to start painting.
It's okay. All right.
I'll come over a little later.
All right. Sorry, he was coming over here to help me see if we can get that little handbrake on that bicycle that I went and picked up fixed where Sydney wants to try to ride it. So that's a good thing. Malachi said yes. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Okay, I guess I've been La La Land. I'm surprised that Biden didn't have a depends on Jim. Well, you know, I mean, you're something else, Mr. Cope. God love you. You are something else. Yeah, I told him I hope that everything's healing good and he's doing a whole lot better. I pray. You see, like he hasn't lost his sense of humor, so that's always a good thing, I guess. Everybody's got to have a sense of humor. Too many people get butthurt too quick nowadays. Over petty stuff too. I mean to tell you, just petty stuff. Well, that's what I say, Jim, about all these holidays except for Christmas. Now, it'd be nice if Christmas was actually celebrated on the day that it should be, not the day that they want it to be, you know? but they make these things up to window people out of more money. I ain't never seen so many holidays listed on a calendar and on my days. I remember we used to get out of school a couple of days for Thanksgiving, not several days, you know. And I remember we used to get a couple of days out for Christmas, and then we'd go right back to school after Christmas, and then for New Year's we'd get a couple of days off. You didn't get out of school a couple of days before New Year or Christmas Eve, and then stay out 2 or 3 weeks until after the first of the year, for Pete's sake. But they got more excuses and Carter's got pills to come up with holidays, that's for sure. But I pray whatever anybody is doing for the 4th of July, just be safe and be careful. And also, maybe I won't get in trouble for saying this, but I'm going to say it. If I get in trouble for it, I'll just get in trouble for it. CERN is going to be firing up all of its systems worldwide. I don't know how many of you in the chat room know about CERN or what y'all know about CERN, but you need to be looking that stuff up and checking into it, because they're going to start firing it all up, and then they're really going to ramp it up between the 4th and the 5th of July. And they advise some people, they don't want people actually drinking. They want everybody sober, because if you're drinking, apparently it messes up the frequency somehow. I don't know. Again, have to do your own research and look all that stuff up. But I don't know that I'm going to be having too many electronics and stuff on those days. So we're already in a microwave frequency the way it is with all the cell phone towers and everything else that we have around us. So, and all the electronic devices we have. Well, Jim, my goodness. I'm glad you're doing better. And it hasn't stopped you from driving and conducting business. CERN's drilling a hole to hell. Yeah, well, you know, we got one here in my area. It's a smaller one. It's not the one like they've got in Sweden, but and from my understanding, they're planning on building yet another one. I don't know that it's going to be in this state, but I know they have several smaller ones throughout the globe, as well as the bigger one in Sweden. That's the main one there. Well, Miss Tony, yeah. I don't want to go into a whole lot of details here on my channel, because I don't want to get myself in trouble talking too much about things, because you never know what they're gonna, how offensive they're gonna get about things that you talk about. Really, Jim? Is he going to be a $6 million man? I remember that show, The Bionic Man and Bionic Woman. It used to come out. And see, we all thought back then when we was watching them shows that those was pretty cool shows and blah, 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 you know, never gave it a second thought. Most of us didn't anyway. And now look, here today, it's reality. So as long as he doesn't do the Bionic Man run. Hey, that would be pretty awesome though, to be able to run real fast and then just pounce over things, you know? So, but yeah, CERN, what it started out to be, from my understanding, was like a Hadron Collider or something with nanoparticles. But they're trying to open up portholes. So it's not a good thing. There's just, I just pray that the Lord intervenes at the right time and just knocks all that stuff out. That's what I pray. And y'all need to pray the same thing, that the Lord will step in at the right time, and them meteors out there in space will just ping, ping, just be knocking, be like a pinball machine, just going on out there and just knock all that stuff out. Because that's really what needs to happen. Let me see what she say. He always ran in slow motion. I know Malachi did, didn't he? And then they come up with the Bionic Woman. Yeah, you're right, Tony. God's timing is always right. So there's not a whole lot that we can do about it except pray, wholeheartedly pray, and be sincere in your prayer. You know, and be sincere with the Lord, because He knows when He's being deceived. He knows it before you even pray it. So He knows what we're thinking, what we're feeling. He's an amazing God. But I want to thank y'all that stopped in here. And I want to, again, tell you all, I wish you all a happy Independence Day. And I pray everybody is safe. Watch out for the nutcases out there, because I imagine there's going to be a lot more stupid stuff to happen. And they're not going to report on everything. So just keep an eye in your area, and keep an eye on your loved ones, your children. Just stay prayed up, stand your ground, and stand strong in the faith of the Lord. God's in control. What will be, yeah, you're right, Malachi. You're right. You think so, Jim? I'm glad this is not my home. This is just my temporary home. I'm just passing through. But I thank the Lord that He saved me here, to be here for this particular day and time, even though I'm uncertain what I'm supposed to be doing. Same birthday as yesterday. Happy birthday, America. Yeah. But did we really get our independence? That's the thing, because if you look at what's going on, you have to ask yourself, did we really get our independence? Because a lot of these yahoos that are running most of this country and other countries, and we thought that we were free. Were we really? Were we ever really free? What did I say? Sweden? You're right, it is in Switzerland, Jim. I don't know why I said Sweden. The other day I said something else. Wow. Is that Michelle? Are you talking about Jim's wife? Tell her we said happy birthday. And you better be nice to her, Jim. You go cook dinner. Or you could take her out to one of them real nice fancy restaurants where they got them high dollar chefs that you think are high dollar chefs and get you a 3D printed meal that they say the chef fixed for you. Yeah, again, Michelle, I know, but we have to ask, were we really ever free? Because you got to remember, a lot of them were related that came here. Who's running this country? Oh, that's good. Red Lobster's good. It's really good when you get a Long Island tea and you accidentally spill it in your food and they're like, do you want me to take it and get you something else? And you taste the food and it's like, no, it tastes even better. So I'm just going to go ahead and eat it. I had that happen to me one time at Red Lobster. I ordered for my birthday, I ordered a Long Island tea and a seafood platter. And my mom reached across the table to get something and she knocked my drink over. And the waitress is like, you want me to take that plate back? And I was like, I don't know. Let me taste it first. And I was like, no, just leave it. Just leave it. I'll eat it. I'm not driving anyway. Oh, good gravy, Jim. That's nuts. Well, hopefully there was more people just besides you and your wife there, and the little one. Now I could see that if you had probably 5 or 6 people joining you, but not just for a couple. That's a bit steep. But now if you had a small group of people, I could understand that. That's crazy. I got to make a cake here in a little while. I got to whip up the white cake mix and then break it down and put the food coloring in it so I can make the independent cake for Sydney. She wanted her red, white, and blue cake made for 4th of July. She wanted cupcakes, but I told her my cake holder doesn't hold that many cupcakes, so I'm just going to make a bundt cake. So oh my goodness. Just 3 of y'all? Wow. Well, I know it's gone up. I haven't been in Red Lobster in a long time. It's actually the last time I was in Red Lobster was when my redhead was still living here, and we went out to Red Lobster, and y'all, her allergies and stuff, her sinuses drained back in the back of her throat, right? So we go into Red Lobster, we sit there, we eat, we come out, and she's sitting in the car, and her sinuses are draining, and she's like, I feel like I'm going to get sick. Now, mind you, we're still in the parking lot at Red Lobster, okay? And the highway is right there in front of us, and there's people pulling, turning, and to where they can come into Red Lobster. They see her get out and get sick. They just get back in their car and just drive on off. They're like, well, she's getting sick. We're not going in there. I was like, Sierra, you're running off their business. She's like, I can't help it, Mom. It's my sinuses. It ain't got nothing to do with the food. It's like, but she's done that a couple of times when we went to Red Lobster. I was like, was it the food or is it your sinuses? She's like, no, it's my sinuses. So, but to watch people pull in and back up and park and go to get out, and then they see somebody getting sick, they're like, yeah, honey, maybe we shouldn't go here. We just might better get back in the car and just go somewhere else. So, leave it to, just a freak nature of accidents. Just things happen. But y'all, I'm gonna get ready to shut down this live stream and everything. I want to thank each and every one of you all that popped in over here on this live stream. I love you all, and I pray peace be with each and every one of you. And I pray that you all have a safe and wonderful evening this evening. And stay armored up, faith up, and remember God loves you and Miss Kim loves you. And with that, I'm going to sign out for today. I may do a live stream tomorrow. I don't know. I'm glad I didn't go too far. Mr. Jim's had something else to say. Oh, good gravy. I wouldn't have been able to get. Wow. Jim, I wouldn't have been able to get through half of that. I would have been like, I need a doggy bag. It's just like when I went up to the Stampede, me and Sydney was so excited to sitting there watching the show that I ate the soup and everything else had to go in a doggy bag. But we had 2 little Cornish hens and corn on the cob and stuff that we took with us in our doggy bag and ate later. So, but for those of you that I sent the link to, if you want to pop into private chat, you're more than welcome. I'll be back here. I'll leave this open after I end the live stream. But I want to wish everybody a safe and wonderful, happy holiday. And again, I love you all and thank you all so very, very much for popping in here with us. And Miss Malachi, beautiful sister, I pray that you have a wonderful time. If I don't see you again between now and the time that you get ready to go camping, or we don't get to chat, email me and let me know when's a good time to send you a link so that we can chat before you go camping. I love you all, and have a good one. It's Miss Kim out.